And the case file, find the case file and Alexa target है Alexa Carlis. चलो.
Thornbridge Manor, the Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Okay.
Phineas Whitman, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning. I'm curious why he's here. Maybe you should do some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlyle.
Sure. यहाँ मार दूँगा
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Please do.
If you follow me. I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madeleine's funeral and then she turned up alive. But then the awful visions with her brother Zachary. I've never seen a place around it. And I dare say I don't like it.
महिला माने इधर ठीक है इस जगह में लूँगा कैसे कैसे मैं भी सोच रहा हूँ
This is what I need. You have to be tracked down before you see Madame Carlyle inside.
That's a bit excessive, I think, considering the fact that I spotted no less than 2 routes to get inside the house unseen.
You know what we're doing, sir. Don't worry about that.
Hold on अगर मैं इस जगह ले लूँ तो फिर क्या चलाएगा
Whoa, what?
यहाँ पे ओके थोड़ा सा सही
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great
Okay.
tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madam Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir.
चलो चलो इसे फॉलो भी कर लें डिटेक्टिव तो बन गया
Please stay back.
फॉलो भी करना पड़ेगा यार इन्हें बताया नहीं होगा बाकी कार्ड्स की मैं इन्वेस्टिगेट
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madam Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that the staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow.
मैं अगर
Madam's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all.
शायद
So please bear with me if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madam Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madam Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madam Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you finish your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room. To my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
इसकी बॉडी बढ़िया बेडरूम हो जाएगा एलेक्सा क्रश यंगर ब्रदर एंड फादर चलना इंग्लिश हम भी नहीं पढ़ते
Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body for
ओके
47?
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
your poison इसे चेक करो इसमें क्या है
Zachary was shopping for New Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
पिक करके देख ले क्या है
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
Okay.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Hello there, sir.
Hello. आप कहाँ हैं नीचे का रास्ता करते ही यहाँ मेरा नीचे की तरफ जाऊँगा सीटों पे थोड़ा सा जल्दी करना नहीं है यहाँ पे सीटों में टाइम
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
That means the staff were off duty. And Madam Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madam's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here is the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madam Carlyle.
Okay.
This is very useful information, 47.
Jack is young Alexa, younger brother, and Halo arresting them. ये इन्वेस्टिगेशन करूँगा ये the oldest child of Alexa का जो जॉर्जी suspected murder of Sergio.
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
Yeah.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Well, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, the wife sporting another one of her headaches, would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach?
Such
Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger ball. He's better off dead. Is that all? Not very thorough. Huh? Oh, yeah.
Emmer Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
Question suspect on search for.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? I do have a lot to see to.
Okay. Rebecca, okay, ये हो गया. ये बंदा तो वही है. जगह में क्वेश्चन. ये कहाँ मिलेगा? अलग ही रूम ले जाएं. नीचे जाएंगे, ऊपर भी जाएंगे. बहुत बड़ी गाड़ है. कहाँ होगा वो चीज़? वो कहाँ होगा बंदा? ये बंदा.
I think Patrick is giving you a really hard time. You deserve better than that, Lawrence.
It's not so bad anymore. Used to be much worse.
इसका बिजी आ रहा है, चलो कोई और ढूंढते हैं। ये बंदा दिख रहा है यहाँ, दो दिख रहा है, चला चल के देखते हैं। यहाँ पर ही दिख रहा है। सारे बिजी ज़्यादा चल रहे हो।
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'd never admit it. I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. Anything else I can do to help?
ज़्यादा इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं कर पा रही, वो लड़का बिजी आ रहा है। ये बता ज़्यादा कोशिश से यहाँ से अच्छी लोकेशन अभी एक बार ना तो लगे घूमने को देखता हूँ।
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitman, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
ठीक है। You currently busy so आ रहा है।
How tall are you? You could be a model, you know.
Right.
I'm serious. Let's pick this up later.
How's everything coming along? Lynn,
Very well, Mr. Fernsby.
Make sure you focus on your work.
I will.
I don't need one more maid crying in the kitchen. So watch yourself around young Mr. Patrick.
Don't worry about me.
Patrick Carlyle. Can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind.
Okay.
So, is that it?
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexa used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mum. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary tops himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it. You know I'm good for it. I'm a Carlyle, I'm made of money. Just lean back and enjoy the interest. Meanwhile, go and have some drinks.
no. Right, I'm gonna hang up. Let's talk and you calm the fuck down.
सबसे में अभी भी मेरे ये रह गई है, ये क्या इनसे सबसे अलग अलग बात करना पड़ेगा। और कोशिश सही वाली डिटेल ना देते हैं। कोशिश रिस्पेक्ट सर्च फॉर लोकेशन फॉर इंटरेस्ट। अरे कोई ऐसी लोकेशन देख जहाँ पर हम इंटरेस्ट कर सकते हैं। मीन्स अकेले में मिलना कहता है इंटरेस्ट कर। currently is busy.
You look tanned. I bet Mother spent the last week at her Cyprus estate. Am I right?
I'm not at liberty to say, ma'am.
Oh, come on. I need to know what's going on. This affects me too, you know.
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he
There's
was
not enough
a lot more
oxygen
chatty
here for
than
the two
usual.
of us.
He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Phil, did you find out if the vote was notarized?
Ah, how the hell did that happen?
No, we all signed it. I gave it to him in person. He says he got it notarized the very same day.
Open Madame Carlisle's door.
Rebecca? Yes.
Tell her
She's
you want to see
insistent,
the
that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Of course.
Gregory, don't say more to that weird detective than you need to.
I was just having a...
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
I was just having a laugh, dear. Must admit.
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
Let's go. चलो इन्वेस्टिगेट करते हैं क्या मिलेगा क्या क्या क्या
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
इसको झूठ नहीं बोल रही Rebecca के रूम में पूछा क्यों इन्होंने बहुत सारे लोग बना रहे हैं वाला Initially keys की Rebecca room clue 1 pound एक clue हो रहा है यार पर मतलब कहाँ है शायद इनमें से कहीं हो। यहाँ तो कहीं नहीं है।
I'm talking about that weasel, Arthur Edwards. Can we get back what he stole from me?
So far, it looks like we can't. All the transfers of funds and privileges I've been through have been bulletproof. He intercepted the arrangements our office worked years to put in place.
That's why Donny Yates should be here. He made the arrangements. He should bloody well be the one to clean up this whole mess.
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
Don't kill the messenger, Alexa. Please, continue your efforts, Mr. Ford.
अभी इसके रूम में 2 किलो है, 1 किलो तो ये बड़ा हुआ। I had to port clues. चलो मैं कहता ही बात कर लेते हैं। क्या बोला पूरा परिवार ने मारा साला, क्या बोला था तुम्हें?
She should have gone with a better surgeon. Symmetry, symmetry, Emma.
Why do you buy that gossip rag?
So vulgar.
सेक्टर से वैसे ही आ रहा है।
You like reading? You look really smart in a good way.
I do like reading.
Ready to get back to...
All right, later.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
पर्सनल प्रॉपर्टी बड़ी करने ना रहो, ठीक से जल्दी जल्दी जल्दी। शायद मैं अगर यहाँ से क्लू ढूंढ पाऊँ तो हो सकता है। जल्दी जल्दी चलेगा। ठीक है।
A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
The greenhouse. 4 क्यों हैं? ओके।
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
की तरफ है। ये क्या है? चलो फिर दोबारा आगे पता नहीं कहाँ जाएंगे यार। वियर्ड टाइप लग रहा है। क्या कर सकते हैं यहाँ पर से।
No need to panic.
Madame Carlyle.
Mr. Whitmer, you found proof of what happened to my brother?
No, not yet.
Go and see Fernsby when you do.
हाँ दिख तो नहीं रहा साला वो कहाँ मर गया सुअर। क्वेश्चन तो मैंने सबसे देर से पूछ लिए। किसकी है?
Check his travel documents.
I did, sir. It all checked out.
Sorry, मैं ध्यान नहीं चले गया था। यहाँ तो कुछ नहीं दिखा मुझे अभी तक। ये लाइब्रेरी है यहाँ पर भी कुछ खास नहीं है। यहाँ
I should get back to you. Right.
ठीक है। इस जगह पे कुछ ऐसा है जो मुझे नहीं दिख रहा। पता नहीं क्या चीज़ है। रेबेका के रूम से मैंने कितने निकाल लिया वैसे अभी तक क्लूज 3 अच्छा 4 क्लू फाउंड तो हो गए मेरे फिर मैं किसे क्या ढूंढूंगा फिर चलो रेबेका के पास चलना है उसकी करता रहूँगा ऊपर क्योंकि मैं जा नहीं सकता क्योंकि उसने मना करा था आपका हाथ लगाया रेबेका
Your old Wonka's in a bit of a snag. 16-year-old received 28 intimate pictures of sexual character from military.
Can you help me?
I understand, but you need to talk to Anthony. Calm down. Yes, I understand. I'm sure we can come to some arrangement, but you really need to talk to Anthony. He's the man with the papers. Listen, you know who I am, who my grandmother was, right? Just relax. It'll be fine.
अंदर किसके रूम में जाऊँ यार वो ऊपर जाने नहीं दे रहा अब फूड वाले से पूछ के आए चलो फूड वाले लोगों से भी लोगों को लगता है क्या भरोसा डाला इस दुनिया में किसी को भी भरोसा किसी क्या हुआ कह रहा था किसी एक लड़की को बुला
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick.
अबे नहीं इस लड़की को तो
We
बुलाया
met
था ना
after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
और इसका भी कंफर्म हो गया इसका भी हो गया ये रह गया बस एक ये और एक ये रहेगी
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
फिर ये सर पकड़ के बैठ गई इसका भी बहुत सही है डाला चला उससे मिलाते हैं सुअर का है बात क्या कर रहा है उससे बात क्या कर रहा है इसका भी कंफर्म हो गया
Hey, how are you?
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
ओके तो रुक जा एक सेकंड होल्ड कर जबकि सस्पेक्ट में से इस वाले ने क्या है ये द वाइफ ऑफ जॉर्ज एंड डॉटर इन लॉ एमा सस्पेक्ट इन द मर्डर ऑफ जैकरी शी क्लेम टू गिव अ गॉड वेल बट इसने तो एक लड़की को रुला दिया था पर इसका सस्पेक्ट कैसे क्लियर होगा कि हाँ ये भी कंफर्म करेगी और सोचन दो ये कैसे कंफर्म करेगी कि यही है वो 25 साल हमारे। चलो देख के आते हैं। वो लोग सब यहाँ आए ना, इस तरफ वहीं पर ही कोई और आधा किलो होगा, एक और आधा किलो देखो, एक और आधा किलो।
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
अनलॉक करने के लिए कुछ तो चाहिए, पर अपन है ना, अपन को कुछ नहीं चाहिए होता। फर्ज भी ऑफिस है यार, वो खुद तो कुछ नहीं है वैसे। उसका ऑफिस में कैसे घुसा? सब कुछ तो नहीं है। शायद ना एक चीज़ है, रुक जा, फार्म हाउस पे कुछ देख के आता है बना के। ध्यान रखिए नीचे का बाहर में ऑफिस है ना, इसने इसका क्लेम हो गया कि हाँ ये है, इसने भी कंफर्म करवा दी। चार लोगों की कंफर्म हो गई है, बस एक ही और कंफर्म करने के लिए कर के हाउस में दोस्त यहाँ पर कोई आइटम तो नहीं है, तो चल देख के आता है क्या कर सकते हैं। थोड़ा
off the charts.
Yeah, Frank is busting our balls out here too.
मान लॉग नहीं कर सकता क्यों? उसने गार्डन की तो दी है। आते यार।
Oh, hello. I'd say worried about how things be taking over. I said to let him stay here, but Ethel was sure Emma would throw him out.
चल अभी मुझे वो वाला गेट खोलने के लिए मदद कर देगा। नाउ आएगा ओपन गेट एट टाइम। अरे यार नहीं, अब मैं डिटेक्टिव की कर रहा हूँ, डिटेक्टिव की कर रहा हूँ आज थोड़ी थोड़ी। मीन्स वो डिटेक्टिव ना वो करते हैं, पुलिया बदल रहे हैं एंकर, वो हिटमैन वगैरह पुलिया बदलने में एक्सपर्ट होता है। हिटमैन कहते हैं कि वो होता है तो मतलब साइड पर सीरियल किलर नहीं कह सकते, बस किलर कह सकते हो तुम उसे, एक टाइप का। मुझे इससे आगे में इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं है क्योंकि ये बंदा वाला नहीं है, क्योंकि देख रियल लाइफ में हिटमैन एग्जिस्ट करते होंगे, ऐसा तो हो नहीं सकता कि रियल लाइफ में भी एग्जिस्ट नहीं करते होंगे, तो किसी को नहीं पता। तो मैंने भी आज तक कोई कैसा देखा है नहीं, कोई चीज़ ऐसा होते हुए भी नहीं देखी, और मैं न्यूज़ ऐसे देखता हूँ तो इस हिसाब से तो नहीं होगा ऐसा कोई चीज़। तो ऑफिस से सिर्फ 1 किलो मिला, वो भी 4। अरे बुझा नहीं कहीं कुछ तो ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं, साला खुद तो करता है। बाहर भी मैं ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है। ये भी हो सकता है इलीगल आइटम, रुक जा, ऐसे वो डंडा था ना, इसमें भी शायद हो सकता है कि ये बिल्कुल जरूर ये मैंने वाकई देखी नहीं करती।
Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself.
Painkillers.
Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47? Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
ना मैं तो पूछ के जाना है मैं सब पूछूंगा ना उससे मेरा पार भी मिलेगा नहीं
Hello, sir.
Oh, sir.
I'm ready to present my conclusion.
Very well. Let's talk in my office.
चलो हो चलना चल तू चल अभी आ ही रहा हूँ ये ऑफिस में क्यों चल रही है अब क्या करेंगे आप ऑफिस में जाकर पता नहीं क्या
Looking good, man. Looking good.
अब कैसे साले अब बोल फालतू अब बोलेगा ना फालतू मुंह में गोली डाल दूंगा साले बंदूक हैगी मेरे पे स्नाइपर वैसे भी आया ऑलरेडी आया साइलेंट पिस्टल तुम्हारे मुंह में डाल देंगे इधर की तरफ ये रेबेका का ऑफिस है
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion.
Take a seat.
Take a seat.
Please.
Go ahead.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Arthur Edwards, the Constant. That must mean you're I expected you'd show up. But you're not here to kill me. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my enemy, I suppose. You can have it. You earned it. The file you want is in the safe. Good hunting. I need some privacy.
Hello, sir.
Thank you.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle. Mission complete. Well done, 47.
Can't forget his eyes. They were so swollen.
Why?
How are you today, sir?
किसी को बॉडी का फोन हो गई, किसी को मैं फोन हो गया ना, मेरी कतार लेंगे बड़ा करके। जल्दी जल्दी मेरा काम खत्म। बस जल्दी जल्दी पहुंच जाऊँ। जल्दी, किसी को नहीं पता चल रहा, जल्दी चलो। लाश भी ठिकाने भी नहीं लगा दिया थी, मार दिया। इससे बड़ा तो मुझे गोली भी मार दिया, हमारी फोन ही नहीं होती।
47. They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
हैं? ये क्या है यार? ये क्या? चलो। दूसरे में आकर डिडक्टिव भी कर लिया। अब ये क्या है? You own him nothing.
47. Don't respond, just listen. Diana can't help you now. You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do. I wish there had been more time.
क्या हुआ? Olivia से क्या हुआ?
And then there were none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah?
How about now? Over here! Cover me! Walk away!
Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Don't.
Tell the Constant to start running!
साला वो मार दिया। Means मर गया ओवरों की तरह।
You think you've won? 47 is out there. And 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood. That's what makes you valuable.
You're delusional. You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I look forward to your call.
ये भी मर गया, वो भी मदद नहीं कर सकती अब डिटेक्टिव भाई की औरत।
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight. We're all that's left now.
कपड़े बदलने में एक्सपर्ट होना चाहिए। रेजर्वेशन के नाम पे कपड़े नहीं बदल जाएगा। ओके, सो कंटिन्यू द मिशन। फिर आएगा एलेक्सा प्रेडेटर। तो गाइस अगला एपिसोड में ही अब होगा कि किसने मारा, तो हम आपको अगले एपिसोड में मिलेंगे। तब तक के लिए सायोनारा।